I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do.
Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Popped Up back with another video. I just want to say double salute to all y'all. Okay, for all the comments that y'all put on the last two videos, man, that thing did numbers. And this is probably the biggest Asian boycott or boycott period for blacks in the last 20 years, okay? We got to be very vocal about this because we want this to stop. We didn't ask for this, but you're not going to come over here disrespect us, just period. I don't care what color you are. It's not fair to accept people's money but say the hell with them as a people or culture. No, we're not going for that, okay? But we're finna get into a little education today because I'm finna show y'all just how all this came about. It's gonna blow your mind. In 1882, I think it is, 1882, they came up with the Chinese Exclusion Act. That prohibited Chinese immigrants from coming into America. They couldn't come over here. Even as a laborer or a worker, they couldn't come over here because of that clause, okay? But if you own a business, you could come over here. Why? Because America loves money. I told y'all business is how this whole thing works, okay? Through business, all right? Then in 1915, they came up with another clause, right? Not only if you had a business, you could come over, but if you had a restaurant, you could come over and you could bring your family over in America. Now, how did this impact the black neighborhood? This is what I'm about to tell y'all. The banks would not loan Chinese people money to open businesses in the white neighborhoods. White people did not want Chinese, Asian, none of them motherfuckers in their neighborhood. This is facts. But what they did do is gave them loans to open up businesses in the black neighborhoods. This is where all the Chinese restaurants come from, hair stores, you name it. This is how they became integrated into the black neighborhood, which made black people y'all biggest customers. Okay, so to go and say boycott Asians and you know this is going to happen, they're going to take away their dry cleaning, they're going to do that. You're not going to do that. You can't afford to do that. Okay, and like I tell y'all, y'all don't buy from each other. Y'all depend on other cultures, mainly blacks, to buy y'all services and goods. All right, so to go public, to do what you did, you just told y'all a new asshole. And it's sad, but it's true. We just sick of this shit. We tired of people, period. You know what I'm saying? Just not just from a Asian to blacks or blacks to whites or whites to, bro, niggas sick of all that shit. Okay? Like I be telling people this, and when I say this, no disrespect. If you can't make it in this world as a white man or Asian or a Chinese man, don't look a black man's way. Because you won't stand a chance. And people may feel as though, oh man, you know, we tired of the white man this, we tired of the slavery this, we tired of. How can you be tired of something that never went nowhere? All it does is adds different layers to mask what it is. Y'all think slavery went somewhere? Slavery went from private to public. The crazy part about this is this: not only blacks can be slaves, but whites can be slaves. Everybody can be slaves as long as your ass go to jail. You see how they did that? The 13th Amendment, baby. Slavery is abolished until you commit a crime. And you in an environment, in a world to where they're going to make sure you commit a crime. They own all the resources and monies. 1% owns 99% of the world's resources and money. You mean tell me you ain't gonna go to jail at some point? You ever heard of redlining? Redlining is where they can take a map of a city, right? And determine if it's poor people over here, middle class people over here, or rich people, right? Through redlining. And they do this through credit score, right? They do this through the money that you make, okay, your job. It like what you got and what you make, it doesn't allow you to live over here or over there. This is how they determine if a Walmart gonna come here or if this business gonna come here. See, all this shit is mapped out. You understand me? This shit way bigger than Asians and black people. He just told himself a new asshole along with his people for saying some dumb shit like that. But this shit goes, the thing is this, right? The fact that there's a group of people that can even determine a Chinese exclusion clause is crazy. Because God put this earth on here for all of us. The fact that there's a small group of people that can tell us, oh, we have to use money for services and goods, but they print the fucking money up every day. They print it, okay? The Federal Reserve is not fucking federal. It's private. The fact that they can say if you don't have a passport, you can't come here and go there. That's why I say there has to be a war. The laws that are put in place are not God's laws. These are man laws that can be broken at any time. We just have to wake up from this mental ass slavery, bro. Think about it. We have another group of people telling us what we can and can't do, but they can do it. There's so much red tape when it comes to innovation. Remember Stanley Myers, he was the white guy that created the motherfucking car carburetor that ran 100% off water. He proved it on the news. The man put water in the car and it ran 100% off water. And what did they do? When he went into the restaurant, they had a conversation with the automotive company. When he walked out, he fell to the ground. And his brother said the last thing that he said was, they poisoned me. Why? Because they don't want that out there. It'll disrupt their agendas. Being able to give Chinese people loans to open businesses in black neighborhoods, but not white neighborhoods, that's weaponization. Crazy part is they won't even give us loans to open up businesses in our own neighborhoods. So you have to understand there has to be a group of people that make and there has to be a group of people that buy. Who you think the makers is and the buyers is? Black people are the buyers. Other nationalities are the makers. Okay? So you have to understand all this is strategically planned, from the music that they allow to be put out, the businesses, right? Just everything is weaponized to promote power, to keep those in power, and to keep those in poverty. It's no rocket science to this shit. It's very simple. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm telling y'all is this, right? Once black folks or people in general get past the way that they taught us to live, meaning we gotta have the big house, the big car, we say fuck all that. We living by basic minimum needs, and those needs are met to where we don't have to be doing this strenuous work. We don't have to be trying to chase. You born in the world with nothing, you chase everything, but you leave with nothing. That's crazy. So once we change that, start working together, say fuck these big companies, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna throw another curve in the motherfucking road. They're gonna throw another banana in the tailpipe, because this is what they do. Everything that these people do, when I say these people, I'm talking about the government, the powers that be, the 13 families. Everything that they do is to keep us in the situation that we're in. So if we came up out of that shit, they just gonna come up with something else. Why you think they running so hard to do digital CBDC, digital currency? You know, why you think they fight so hard to put everything on the grid? The cars, they don't want no more gas cars. They want everything on the grid. You know what I'm saying? They want the drones on the grid. All the new cars, they want them with cameras. Everything has to be on some type of grid in order to record data, so that data can then be used against us as people. Everything you order in the car, talk about, everybody you call, your frequent destinations, it's all gonna be used against you. And I told y'all, data is more valuable than oil. Yeah. But anyway, that's just a little history, man. So this whole Asian boycott thing, yeah, it need to happen, because y'all been eating off of us forever, okay? And I just broke it down how y'all even ended up in that situation, okay? And yeah, it may not be all Asians, but you got to look at it like this, man. You're guilty by association, just the same way as blacks. I don't think you will screen a black person that comes in your establishment. You just look at us all as if we steal, rob, kill, and take. And as you see, this little young man was running away from you and lost his life over a bottle of water. And this wasn't the first incident that that store owner encountered when it came to children and guns. Shit crazy, but it's the truth. Hey, but you get what you deserve, man. Fuck all that. We've been sympathetic for too long. We've had sympathy for everybody but ourselves, okay? We need to bring back Black Wall Street. We need to start focusing on helping black businesses, because they need the help the most. Like, we don't want to continue to struggle. Who wants to struggle? This shit makes no sense, okay? It just makes no sense, man. So all these stores you see from all these different, from the Indians, the Arabs, all these different stores that's selling shit to us, we need to change that shit. because these people will never spend their money with, their money with us, but it's okay for us to spend our money with them. And I see a problem with that. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. I don't. So if you feel as though that your race or your group, your people are more important than another group of people, then fuck you. I'm at that point with it, okay? I'm at that point with it. So, and that's just what it is. We just tired of that, man. Spend your money was real well respected, okay? And I always say this, as business owners, blacks, as business consumers or consumers, blacks, on both ends of the spectrum, we need to do better. But all these other companies, it's not like they doing the fucking best. You don't caught food poisoning from other companies and they don't say shit from businesses. You see all type of shit going on, and you know what I'm saying? But we really get on Facebook and do all this shit to each other. Let's stop that shit, man. And that's exactly what these folks want. And when we do that, it basically promotes our own demise, and it persuades black spending power to go to other cultures that literally don't fuck with you. That part. Anyway, it's your boy Papa Duck. Love y'all. Put your comments on the bottom of this video. And all I'm saying is this, man. It got to come to a point where we have some type of equality. You know what I'm saying? We just tired of getting fucked over. We've been getting fucked over since day one. Since my mama water broke, man, I've been in this situation, didn't ask for it, didn't know what was going on. I had no kind of, they didn't ask my consent on should they do this or should they do that. This world has been running the way it's been running before us, and we're trying to stop that shit from running after us. That's all we're trying to do. Cause that shit been going on for so long. These families, the Arsenis and all these different, the 13 families, they've been running this shit for centuries. It's time we stop and remember, this ain't got nothing to do with God. This is all man's and they bullshit, all right? So put your comments on the bottom of this video. You know what I mean? Respectfully, this is a community. We learn from each other. Like I tell you all the time, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Yeah.